Hey everybody, this is HazaRDReborN and I'm back with another video for Warframe Update 12. In this video I'll be covering all the details for the changes that they have made to the game, mostly through a hands-on experience rather than go through the details and read what the actual update notes are from the site itself. Starting from the menu, we don't have many differences with regards to the UI layouts. Apart from basically this little bar up here that they have changed, just graphical little advancements, which goes to wonder why they haven't actually changed the bar in here as well. It actually looks nicer and sleeker. One of the changes with the new update is with the addition of the training section in the codex, which has a tutorial based system on every aspect of the game. As you can see here, it has on the basics of the game, maneuvering, fighting, pretty much everything, covers everything in detail to the game. Advanced techniques, a lot of the stuff I went through in the first video that I made for Warframe, a beginner's guide. It's a very nice extra addition for a lot of people if you want to see some extra details on the game that it makes more sense on a lot of things. For example, for the clans, you now have details on what the clan sizes are and what you can do through the clan dojo. An example of that is the different clan sizes, which previously were not available in a detailed form such as this, showing the different clan sizes, which are Ghost, Shadow, Storm, Mountain and Moon, and they allow for recruitment of up to 10, 30, 100, 300 and 1000 players on each clan, which is a very cool addition. I mean, this has always been part of the idea of the clans from the beginning. Actually, when they first rolled out clans, they didn't have the different sizes, and a lot of us, including myself, we complained that the smaller clans, we didn't have a chance of actually creating dojos and being able to farm for all the resources to create the dojos, so they ended up making all the different clan sizes so everybody has a fair chance of creating a full functional dojo, meaning a Ghost clan probably has 1/10 of the resources needed for every room that a Moon clan has. All these little details, and among those the damages is a very nice addition that they have put in the training, which finally explains in detail what the different types of damages are, what the different types of defenses against those damages are, and lastly, a very important part is this one here, which explains that every single enemy has a resistance to specific damages, or is weaker against specific damages, and that makes a lot more sense when you go again through the codex to the enemies, and with your scanner scan the enemies on the field. 20 times scanning allows you to actually see these details here, which gives you a small insight of what exactly is going on, so what damage types are good against what foes. As you can see here, those details which are available on this current enemy that I have scanned 20 times, they are not available for other enemies, which makes scanning useful and actually has a point behind scanning, because it's not as simple as, okay, Corpus enemies are all one specific damage type, Grenier enemies are all one specific damage type. It's not like that at all. If you notice here, the Shockwave Moa, they are weak against slash damages, and the Fusion Moa. However, the Corpus Tech, they actually have resistance against slash damages. It's helpful to know which of your weapons and which of your attacks are efficient against the different types of enemies, allowing you to mix and match your different weapon types maybe possibly having a primary weapon that will inflict more impact damage and a secondary weapon that will inflict puncture damage and certain differences and changes like that that you might do to your equipment layouts in the arsenal. That's one of the small additions and changes that they have brought us with the new update. Apart from that, we have a new tile set. There was a tile set that I had in an event, the Cicero, I think, event, which was the rainforest, and now they have released this new tile set, and along with it they have released a new mission type, Interception, which I haven't played at the moment. I will make another video with all the different mission types and include this one as well. Apart from the new tile set, other graphical changes that they have made include the clan dojo. Some small minor changes that actually end up making the clan dojo look and feel much more unique rather than just a copy-paste version somewhat of the voids. If you notice here, the elevator, it used to be exactly like the elevators in the voids. Now it has a completely new design and look to it. With regards to content additions and the dojo, we now have access to a new room, which is the Tenno lab, I think it's called, through which you actually create the new Tenno that has been, the new Warframe that has been released, along with, if I'm not mistaken, the option of creating other Warframes through there as well, like Banshee. If I'm not mistaken, I will have to check on this once the room has been completed. That's with regards to the clan dojo, nothing too special, just small little changes and differences to make it even more appealing as it goes, and more customized, more unique. Just great little additions and changes that they are constantly making to the game in every aspect. Furthermore, with graphical changes that they have made to the game, I noticed some extra fun stuff with regards to the enemies. Corpus now, when you hit them, parts break off them, and you can actually break their helmets off, and you can see their faces underneath. It's actually, I don't know, human or cloned humans, I don't know exactly what they are. That's just one of the extra details that have added with this new update. So you can see that there's a lot of work being constantly added to the game in terms of graphical content and everything else as well with regards to the game. Another addition they have made in the user interface is giving you the opportunity to swap your polarized slots. I think this is just for making things simpler for you. It doesn't actually really change anything to the game, and it doesn't cost you anything. Small changes to the user interface here. Again, minor improvements, along with the change in the mod menu, where mods are now stacked onto each other. For example, they have a little number here showing you how many cards or how many multiples you have of each mod. I have 7 of Reflex Coil, for example, 4 of the Fury, 2, so on and so forth, making the whole menu for your mods much tidier and more collected. Heading over in-game to the other changes that they have made. Oh, and like I had mentioned in the previous video as well, this new tileset has night and day cycles. At the moment it's in the night cycle here. And new animated lotus from what I just saw. With regards to the user interface changes, the heads-up display, they have created a new minimalistic look. There has been debate over if it's better or not. Personally, I like it much better. It was a little bit hard to get used to at the beginning, obviously, because they've changed some things around. For example, the skills that you see right down at the bottom right, they used to be up at the top, and you know, it's just a matter of habit, being used to looking up at the top to see when your energy has been refilled and which skill is available for you to use. Now you have to look at the bottom. They have made them much clearer with the numbers that actually count up for your energy. That's much clearer as well. You can see the weapons at the bottom. Level 30 Hiku, 20 out of 210, that's each clip size, how much it is. Has the level. Underneath it has the skills. A new addition that they have made is the, if you notice on the crosshairs, there's 4 little dots underneath. Grey dot indicates which skill is not available to you. You haven't actually equipped. I have unequipped the shurikens, as I have found of late that I've been having a lot of fun with the teleport ability. And you can see them right there, and once they are available for you to use, they light up, and according to which one is selected, it has a small little blue dot over it. Maybe a little bit difficult to notice at the moment. Another change in the UI is the loading for charged attacks. It's white now instead of red, among other small little differences when you attack enemies and so on and so forth. It's a little bit more compact, more minimalistic, it's clearer. For example, up at the top you have the shield and the health numbers. You also have the shield and the health numbers for your sentinel, which was not available till now, and it makes things much easier. Oh, an extra addition for your skills, there's little countdowns as well now. If you notice at the bottom right, once I use smokescreen, it has a countdown from 12 seconds, and slowly lets you know when your skill's about to run out, which is very handy. You know, so you can time exactly when it comes back for you to use it again. Very handy. Small little additions like that. The map as well, again, a minimalistic look. Underneath it, the objectives have been changed a little bit as well, such as for this mission, which is exterminate, it doesn't write how many enemies are left, it writes how many enemies have been killed out of the total amount that have been in the stage. The map icons have been changed as well. Those will probably need a little bit of getting used to. Your allies, your objective, and all those things have been changed around a little bit. In addition to all this, the new UI layout also has changed the item menu, finally making it much more accessible and much easier to use. It was quite a pain having it down at the bottom left beforehand. You had to go down here and select the item for you to use, which was really very difficult during the combat, especially if you have healing items or something else that you want to be using during the combat. This is a much more preferred method. Thankfully they looked into that as well. With regards to the UI, I've actually heard a couple of people discriminate against it in a sense, calling it dumbed down versions for the PlayStation 4. I really disagree, I honestly disagree. If anything, it makes some things look a little bit more difficult for you to notice. And it's anything but dumbed down. It has just made things a lot more clear, a lot simpler, and it has a less artistic look to it. If anything, this looks much more mature and cleaner, and I think it suits the style of the game even more than before. Beforehand we had a little animated, sort of animated menu towards the top right with your character's portrait and the numbers and everything else. It just looked a little bit, it did kind of look childish by comparison if you're comparing it to this new layout. The borders and the frames on the map as well, all those things, they have made them look, you know, besides the fact that they actually look more minimalistic and simplified, some things are clearer, there's more details on there as well, and I really don't understand how this is dumbing it down or making it for the likes of a console. This is by all means a much greater improvement in the user interface than before. It has a little bit of getting used to, but like everything, it's just a matter of habit, and in no time it will be just second nature again to most. Another addition that I have noticed is bows. Their criticals has been fixed. If you noticed, that was a critical hit, that was a critical hit. Anyone else want one? That was not. That was a critical hit. And basically they've just really fixed the critical hits, because before I was playing with the bow, I've had God knows how much critical chance I have improved the critical chance so much on my bow, and still I was getting very few critical hits by comparison to what I should have been getting. Now it feels much more normal. That's some pretty good critical hits there. The new interface is simple, and once you get used to it, it actually helps you a lot more keep track of your character and what's going on the screen. Don't find it at all, not in the slightest, dumbed down. It's actually, it has added extra functionality to the user interface than before. Cooldowns, the crosshair. Even the enemy life bars, they make much more sense now. Where you can see the health bar next to an energy bar and a shield bar. And I have taken out, in my opinion, the unnecessary and the unneeded user interface illustrations that they had till now.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Apart from all these in-game changes, the user interface changes, and that's pretty much all there is to the update 12. We have new content, we have finally some extra changes and improvements to the user interface, more general improvements to the game balancing and fixes, new tile sets, new mission, a new clan dojo room for building warframes, and overall, once again, a great addition and a great improvement to a free-to-play game that has been getting better and better. It's still in the beta phase, and they just keep on the hard work and providing us with new content. That's it from me on update 12. I will be soon rolling out new videos detailing all mission types for Warframe, along with some Tenno comparison vids. So keep in touch, and don't forget to subscribe for more Warframe videos.